Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to Vintage Story on the Aura Fury server. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing absolutely excellent. So, on my way down here to get a little bit of iron from our iron mine. Okay, I guess we can make some green glass now. So I found some olivine. So anyway, on my way down to get some iron, and it brought about some questions about the efficiency and such of the blasting bombs. So I want to do some testing on that, and yeah, I don't know for sure how to go about that, but I think I'm going to head over to my creative world and try a few things, see if we can figure out anything about the efficiency of bombs, what would be the best way to place them, and possibly also some things about the destruction of the ores or something like that. So, I'd really like to find out what that looks like. So, I think I am going to head over to the creative world here, and we'll do a little bit of checking, see what we can figure out. And really, I don't have a knife. So I've got a couple of setups here. These are some situations that you may run into actually in the game. So the first one is just a single thick layer of copper. So what I want to do first is I just want to place this out in front and just see how much does this blow up. So this is an 8x8, and so actually we blew up a little bit of dirt, but yes, we blew up a rather sizable area here, and this may also show us what we get for returns. So let's see what we had blown up here and how many we got. So we got 2, 5, 9, 13, 17, 21, 25 ores blown up, and we actually picked up 26 pieces of ore. So that's actually really good. Unless my math is wrong, that is looking very promising, because very definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4 deep, and then this extra little 5. So we blew up 25 ore and we got 26 chunks. So yeah, actually it doesn't appear that we are losing anything from the explosion, but this is rather interesting to see that the bomb can blow up at least 3 blocks deep. At least 3, but it looks like it has a chance of going 4. So now let's go ahead and place this back in here. So we will refill this and try again, but this time we are going to place the bomb back into the ore a little bit. So let's go ahead and place this in here, and let's assume that we broke out a couple of these and then placed in our bomb. So we have 3 of them missing. Let's go ahead and light this and see what happens now. So yes, we blew up a huge amount. Let's go ahead and delete all of those. And let's find out how many we blew up and how much ore we got from it. Yep, that's it for that spot. So let's move over here a little bit. So it does blow up a small amount of stone when you do this. And it looks like we're getting an awfully large amount of ores. We have not damaged that batch at all. And so our position for our bomb was where? It was 3 blocks in from the side, 2 blocks back. So right there was our bomb. So we blew up at least 3 blocks in every direction. Now, let's see if we can count how many we blew up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then these are 7 deep on each of 4. So that's 28. So that puts us to 39. Plus 6 is 45. So we actually did lose a little bit of ore on that one. So yes, it does look like there's a little bit of a chance of ore actually being lost. But considering how much ore we just blew up, I'm not going to complain. So yeah, that is definitely some good little bits of information. So now let's go over here to a 2 high, and we'll do the same thing again. So we're going to go 2 blocks in and light this off. So we've cleared out the inventory. Let's see what we get here. Boom. Oh my God. Look at that. Now, granted, this is a perfect setup where we're perfectly flat on 2 layers, which would be ideal if you ever found it, but typically you're not going to. But more likely you're going to use these bombs for quartz. So you would see veins like this in quartz. But so we have a lot of ore got blown up here. We also got 107 pieces. So let me do a little bit of math here, figure out how many ore we actually blew up, and see if we can figure out a return on this one. Well, once again, a very promising bit of information here. So we had 97 ore blown up, and we got 107 chunks of ore back. That is very impressive. I am definitely going to say hand mining, especially in thicker veins like this, is not worth it. You're going to use a lot of durability on your pickaxe. You are also going to waste a lot of time. So if you have ore blasting bombs available, by all means, use them. Now, I know there is a chance that you can get duplicated ores with the pickaxe. I would say that your chances are not significantly better, especially considering when we look at this. And actually, I forgot about the 2 that we had already removed. So we actually only, well, 3 actually. So we only blew up 94 blocks, and we got 107 in return. So that's even better yet. We got 13 above. That is at least 10% over what we blew up. Now, the other could just be due to random happenstance. I don't know. We could do additional tests and find out. If you guys want me to do something like that, by all means, let me know. I am more than happy to set up a whole bunch of these tests and get the numbers. I'll crunch it for you and let you know what things look like. But I was going to do a time test just to see how much time we could save by blowing this up with ore bombs, but I don't think that's necessary. Now, I can say that, putting the bombs every 3 blocks on the face would very much blow, well, it'd be every 6 blocks on the face, would definitely blow up everything very efficiently. I'll probably do a little bit of testing to see if I can figure out what the most efficient layout of the bombs would be. It's probably going to be something along the lines of right there, and then we would go over like 4 blocks and place another one, and then we'd go over 4 blocks here and we'd have one there, and then we would also have one there. And that's probably going to be about the most efficient that we can get for a bomb setup. But also it's going to depend on the ore vein and a whole bunch of other stuff. But yes, very useful information. By all means, if you've got ore bombs available, use them. So yeah, I'm going to head back into the Aura Fury server and hopefully we can get a whole bunch of iron set up, because now the next thing that I would like to get going is a helve hammer. So I will see you guys back there, and hopefully we can get everything taken care of today. So yeah, let's get back to the base and get ourselves our first windmill blades and gears and a few other things made up, because that is definitely what we're going to need to be able to move forward. So to start out with getting our helve hammer set up, we need to make the sails. So to get our sails going, we need we need linen and sticks. Now we need 4 sets of sails for every layer of sails that we make. And so each recipe here will make 4 sails, which is what we need. And I think we can go up to 5 on the size of the sail, but we can see that takes 2 linen and, well, 4 linen and 6 sticks for each recipe. So yes, not exactly cheap. Right now I'm going to make we're going to make 5 sets. I don't know for sure that 5 is actually right. Might only be 4, but we will definitely have more than one windmill in the future, so it doesn't really matter. So the next thing that we need to do is get some shafts. Now the shafts, I don't really remember what the recipe is on those. I think it takes logs for that. Shaft? It's not called a shaft. Oh, it's an axle. That's right, a wooden axle. So the wooden axle takes a hammer, a chisel, a log, and a lump of fat. Thank God we have all these animal drops. So now we just need to locate where are the animal drops. There they are. So we have a lot of lumps of fat, 51 of them. Shouldn't have any issues there. So logs that we are not going to be using. I think the pine is what we're not going to be using. Then we also need a hammer and a chisel. All right. So log, fat, chisel, hammer, and that makes 2 axles for every one. So we get half a stack of axles. I'm pretty sure we need some of the rest of this stuff for what's coming up. And also we are going to grab our saw, because I'm pretty sure we need that as well. So the next thing that we need is going to be a set of angled gears, or a couple of sets of angled gears. So let's look up gear. So of course we have rusty gear and temporal gear. We have the large gear section, we have the large wooden gear, and then we have angled gears. Now right now we're just going to do the angled gears, so this actually takes some resin. So yes, we need the hammer, the chisel, the saw, some sticks, logs, lump of fat, and resin. So I am very glad that I have been picking up the resin. We don't have a lot, we have half a stack, so not going to go terribly far, but we can make this. So log, resin, lump of fat. Actually, the log goes on the bottom. Then we need the chisel, the hammer. I forgot to grab sticks. Let's grab a stack of sticks. Try this again. So sticks on each side. Log, lump of fat, resin, the saw in the middle on top. Where's the hammer and the chisel? That should make an angled gear. Now, our saw just broke. Oh no. Well, I guess I'm gonna get to do some forging. Great. Alright, well, I've got a whole bunch of tin bronze ingots over here, so I'm gonna make up a tin bronze saw, and I will see you guys in a little bit. So I figured as long as it's what we're shooting for, I might as well make myself up a helve hammer. Now we can cast this out of tin bronze, but I decided I would just make one. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I want to use this last ingot for. Yeah, none of these really... Ooh, a scythe head. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. The other thing would be a padlock, but I don't see a reason for that. I think we're going to make ourselves a scythe head, but Yes, I said. Let's just do it. Stop humming and hawing around about it and just do it. So, yeah. We'll go ahead and make this. That will greatly improve our ability to cut the grass and crops out of our garden. So, and I know in the future, this is going to come in very handy for harvesting reeds. So, yeah, we want to make sure that we get that as soon as possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove our extra bits here. And then we should be ready to go back to making our stuff for the helve hammer to work. And since we have the head now, yeah, we definitely want to get this going. So there we go. We got our scythe blade as well. Now, I did find a copper scythe in a tool vessel while I was out doing some stuff. So I do have one here, and we need to keep the saw. But so yes, we have a copper scythe here. Oop, that is not the right thing. Right here. So we have our copper scythe as well. And I think I'm actually going to put it right there. And then we have our tin bronze as well. So that is really nice. So let's make up a few more of these gears because I don't remember for sure how many gears we are going to need to make this system work. So it's better just to use some extras, and we'll eventually need them anyway. So let's go ahead and make 8. I was only going to make 8, but I guess I made 9. Let's go ahead and make 10 because we can't use the stuff in singles anyway. So now, 25 bits of animal fat left. This is not going to go very far. So now from this point, we want to limit how many things we make. We have plenty of axles. We have plenty of gears. So now let's take a look at, I think it's mechanical power. So if we look at mechanical power, so yeah, the Archimedes screw is something new that I have not messed with before. So we need to make a windmill rotor. So this takes a lump of fat and 2 logs and a resin. So let's go ahead and make that next. So the resin, lump of fat, logs, chisel, and hammer. And that's going to make our windmill rotor. So that allows us to hook our blades to the axles, and then we can transmit power down. So next up, we need, if we can get the right thing here. So after this, we need the stuff for the helve hammer. So we need the base, we need the wooden toggle, and we need the helve hammer. So let's take a look at the base first. So this is going to take some resin, some boards, a chisel, and a hammer. Okay, so I think we have some boards over here. Yeah, we have a few. Hopefully this is enough. I don't know for sure. So then we need the hammer and chisel, and then a bit of resin. So there's the helve hammer base. So next up we need the helve hammer. Why are we there? Don't know. So let's look at the helve hammer and the tin bronze. So we need more boards. Alright, well, let's go ahead and close that for a second, and we'll turn one of these into boards. Then we need that. We need our saw back, and then our helve hammer head. So that's going to make the helve hammer itself. Finally, we need the toggle. So let's take a look at that toggle, the wooden toggle. So we need boards, we need an axle, we need a lump of fat, resin, and some tools. So we need one more plank. Really? Okay. So, see if I can remember the recipe that I just saw. I doubt it. I know that we need an axle in the center. I want to say that I'm wrong there because I think we needed this, didn't we? Or maybe it was like this. Ah, crud. Okay, well, let's take a look here. Ah, resin. We need the resin up here. No? Still not right? What do we got wrong? Hammer, chisel, resin, boards, axle, lump of fat. Uh-oh. Can we not make it? Can we not make this right now? Oh no. That's not good. What is going on here? Let me see if I can figure out why I can't make the toggle, because that is kind of a crucial part of what I need to do here. Well, that's rather annoying. You have to have the same type of boards on each side. So if we take this off and replace it with the pine boards, all of a sudden we don't have the ability to complete this recipe. So yes, we have to have the same boards across the entire recipe. So there we go, a wooden toggle. So that should take care of all of our mechanical pieces. So next up, we are going to pop up on top of the pyramid. We're going to grab some hay blocks, and we are just going to make a very simple windmill up here. And yeah, it's January and the snow all melted. Kind of weird. So let's start out by placing down our base, which faces the wrong direction. That's right, I forgot about that. So we'll place down our helve hammer base, and then in front of that we need to place our toggle, and we need to go sideways with that, which seems really weird to me, but okay. So then we need our helve hammer itself. Place that on there, and we can see the wedges on the toggle are up against the wedge on the helve hammer, and we need to get our anvil and put it right there. So the next thing we need is some axles. So we'll put an axle right here that will connect to the toggle, and then we need to start building up. So we're going to go here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks up. I believe we can go a bit less than that, but one issue that you will run into with the windmill is if you are not high enough, the windmill blades will actually break. And if you're not around to pick them up, you're going to lose them. So yes, not exactly worth it in my opinion. So next we're going to place these down against the block, and I believe that should do it. So then we need our gears, and now we find out whether I needed, nope, we only needed 1 gear. That's fine. We actually need 2 because we also need to make this work up at the top. So now we're going to run our gears up here, and the wind is always coming out of the west. So we are definitely going to set this up for planning on the wind coming out of the west. And of course, this is all just temporary. So don't get all angry because it looks ugly, and yeah, this isn't the permanent location for it. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. So then we will place our windmill rotor on the front of that, and we'll start placing on our sails. Now here is where we find out whether we needed as many sails as we made. But we get 1, not enough to turn it. So 2. Oh, there it goes. So with 2 sets of blades, we are actually moving this. So now we will go 3, 4, and 5. Oh, so we can put 5 on there. So that is a lot of power going through here. So now if we pop inside, grab our anvil. So let's grab this, and we'll place this underneath the helve hammer. Now, as far as I know, the helve hammer itself does not have durability, and the anvil does not have durability. So this can sit here and beat on that all day long for all I care. Now, what I can do to stop this is break out this one axle. So the windmill will continue to turn. Actually, yeah, the windmill should continue to turn. It's having issues because it's turning too fast. So let's go ahead and place the axle back in here. And this should now, yeah, look at that. It is just smacking like crazy. Now, we determined we are generating way more power than we need here. So I think the next thing that I'm going to do is come out the back side of this, and we're going to set up our quern right next to that. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. We actually have some salt in there that was being ground up. But we're going to take this up and we're going to hook it up to the power as well. Now, I don't know that, actually, I don't think we want to, yeah, we have to because I can't use a big gear. So what we're going to do then is we are going to place the quern on top of this hay bale. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, we can power the quern from underneath. I do know that. So we'll set a hay bale down. Actually, we will need to go like this. And then we can place an axle onto the side of the block. Place one here. We'll break this one. And then we should be able to place the quern right there. We'll break out this and put down a gear. No? You're not working? Well, that's rather irritating. Let's try replacing this. There it goes. So now that has greatly slowed everything down, but we can now throw our salt in here. This will automatically do its grinding. Now we can also, if we empty out our hand, which, yeah, let's go ahead and place that down. We can pick up the anvil and just move it off to the side so that we don't have to listen to that all the time. So yes, we actually have some mechanical power running, and that is really something to see that this windmill can power not only a helve hammer, but a grindstone as well at the same time. So we're getting a tremendous amount of power out of that one windmill. Well, I think the next thing then is to get some iron blooms for this thing actually to do some work with. So I think I am going to make up some bloomeries, and we'll run a little bit of stuff through there. And yeah, let's get ourselves some iron ingots. Well, all I can say is, isn't that a wonderful how do you do? So, I was trying to get my bloomeries set up as quickly as I could before this temporal storm hit, and I literally was fueling them and lighting them after the storm started. So, yeah, that was fun. I guess that's one way to put it. But yes, we have drifters all over underneath us, and it is likely going to take a little while for those bloomeries to get finished. But also, we are out of time for today, so this is going to be a fun outro. Yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything you would like to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments. There is a list of the mods that we are using down in the video description, and I will see you next time. Bye!